Hey guys, today the latest patch 16.1b has dropped for Teamfight Tactics. So I want to go over the best comps you can play right now in your rank game. So the first one we have is going to be the Voids. So Voids, I think they're better now than the 16.1 patch. So what you want to do when you play this Void comp is you want to make it to level 10 and get the Baron Nashor. This guy is going to be the final piece of the puzzle to getting your easy first places. And honestly, I think this build is not that hard to play. Like, to get to level 10 is not actually that hard. You just need to either, there's got to be a couple ways you can play this, but the first one is you want to have like a very strong board. Second option is get those augments that get you lots of money. So you have all this money saved up, and make sure you save your HP and you can, go level 8, 9, 10 quickly. Or you get those augments that help you level up faster, right? By spending less experience points. So I would say, in the early game, you can either start off with like Kog'Maw, Rek'Sai, Cho'Gath. You can buy a bunch of Void champions and then hold them onto the late game. If you don't have Voids, you can always transition into this. So you can have a strong early game board to a mid game to a strong late game board. But you want to collect every Void champion, obviously. So make sure you don't skip the Kog'Maw, don't skip the Rek'Sai, don't skip the Cho, don't skip the Baron. Unlock the Rift Herald right after 8 rounds. Bel'Veth, Kai'Sa, Malzahar, they're all key. AP items, you can put this on Malzahar. So anything like Morello, Void Staff, any AP items, you can give it to Malzahar so he can do damage with those items. Kai'Sa really likes attack damage items. I think she's also good with the AP items. She can go like 2 ways. But I think the AP items, AD items with Spear of Shojin, Infinity Edge, Last Whisper is like her best combo at the moment. And also same with Bel'Veth. Bel'Veth is an attack damage champion, so you should always give her... Honestly, these 3 are my favorite items you see right here. Kraken's Quicksilver Sash, Giant Slayer. A Darken Bow is really strong on her too. But I would say the Krakens and the Quicksilver Sash are the 2 best items for Bel'Veth. And then Baron Nashor, the last one, he always has these 3 items if you can ideally get them, which is Bloodthirster, Sterix, and Titans. He's just a very good bruiser melee frontline. That's why he loves these. And Rift Herald is going to get all your tank items. Sunfire Cape, let's say for the burn if you don't have Morello. But any 3 tank items, just slam it onto this guy. And Swain is kind of the only one that I would say is a little bit of a mandatory champion here at level 9, where you can have him for Arcanist and Juggernaut, but he's not super mandatory. You can fill the rest of the board with other good 5 costs that you see. Let's go on to the next best comp on the list. It is going to be the Bilgewater late game finish. Now, what you guys are seeing is a late game board of Nautilus, Tahm Kench, and Misfortune. How you're going to start this build is you're going to want to get Illaoi, Twisted Fate, Graves as soon as possible. So you get 3 Bilgewater, and then get your 5 Bilgewaters, get the Fizz, get the Gangplank, get every Bilgewater champion. Honestly, I like to play even full 7 Bilgewater. This is a very flexible comp. But once you get to the 5 to 7 Bilgewater, you get to the very late game, you have everything you kind of need. You want to, when you're at level 9 and 10, you're going to be at this stage. You're going to want to sell the rest of the Bilgewater champions except for Nautilus, Tahm Kench, Misfortune, and you want to bring in the other 5 costs like Lucian, Ornn, Shyvana, Fiddlesticks. Wukong and Taric are really good because Wukong gives you bruiser bonus, more frontline for Tahm, and Taric is good for the extra magic resistance. So this is kind of the level 9 finisher once you transition out of your 5-7 Bilgewater board. Now, when you are itemizing Nautilus, Tahm Kench, and Misfortune, who are usually my priorities when I go for this build, I go for tank items of Nautilus and Tahm, but for the Barnacles, which is the Bilgewater item, that's my favorite one for him. I try to get this one for Nautilus every game. For Tahm Kench, I try to get Pilocitrus. For Misfortune, she gets no items. She holds on to the Lucian items you guys see here, like Infinity Edge, Last Whisper. But then I will try to give her the Dead Man's Dagger, Lucky Doubloon, and Cutthroat's Cutlass. Or any other 3 combo with 3 good Bilgewater item, attack damage, or damage items like these to Misfortune. Because she doesn't need real items. The real items can just go on to Lucian. So yeah, that's kind of how I do for itemization. Tom Kench really likes Protector's Vow and Bloodthirster with Pilo Citrus. That has been apparently his best combo, and I totally agree. So keep feeding the Tom Kench, get him bigger, and basically, again, just try to get the Bilgewater as soon as you can, so you can get a lot of Silver Serpents rolling, you can get a lot of these great Bilgewater items, and you can have a lot of money. Try to 3-star Nautilus. Nautilus is actually not hard to 3-star. So once you get a lot of Nautiluses up, you'll see more of them in the shop. Get the, what is it, the Nikos and Nico Ham. And then that's it. But Lucian will really help add the damage to this comp. So bring Lucian in. He likes Infinity Edge, Last Whisper, red buff here. Red buff is really good for the extra burn. So try it out, guys. Moving on, let's go to the next best comp we have here is another late game punishing finisher with the Sylas and the set, the Lucian, Zilean, Annie. Now, how do you get this board? Early to mid game, you want to go Yordles. Any Yordles you see, you pick them up. Unlock Poppy as soon as possible. Poppy is really easy to unlock. And then you get to 2, 4, 6 Yordles. So you'll get the cannon really fast. Once you go to level 7, you'll get Kabuko, you'll get Fizz. So once you're level 8, you'll have 8 Yordles. So your whole goal is to not take that much damage while you hold all these Yordles. And it's really good to pick up all these Yordles in the early to mid to late game, because this is a level 9 comp. And all these extra Yordles, all these extra rerolls, they're going to help you later on in the game. You're going to get more money, right? When you get Yordle grab bags at level 8, that's going to be really good. You have free rerolls. So these are things you can save and carry them on as you go to level 9. However, if you don't have enough HP to make it to level 9, you'll want to play something that's going to stabilize your board. You might have to roll down to level 8 and actually just pick up all the Wukongs, pick up the Lucian, Annie, or any other strong champions that's going to help you win. You can unlock the set at level 8, so keep that in mind. You can get them right away once you hit level 8. But your goal is to get to level 9. Once you hit level 9 and you have this full Yordle board, make sure you transition, you roll down, and you sell your Yordles, except for Kennen and Kabuko, for the Sylas, Lucian, Wukong, Zilean, Set, Annie. Wukong is also Bruiser and also Ionia, so that's going to power up the Set. Set really likes this crit combo with ability power, so Jewel Gauntlet, Double Hodge really works well for him. Annie and Sylas actually, and even Zilean, they actually can use all the same items. Annie specifically, however, like Spear of Shojin, Blue Buff, and Void Staff. Zilean, Spear of Shojin, plus 2 AP items. Sylas can actually use all these items. Sylas is extremely flexible, but his best combo is Bloodthirster, Titans, and Jewel Gauntlet, because he's a tanky melee AP unit. Now, make sure when you unlock Sylas, you meet the conditions to unlock it. So you must, yes, sell the Jarvan 2-star. You must sell Garen 2-star. You must sell Lux 2-star. Don't forget this. However, if you don't have a Sylas, or if this is not something you can do at your game, you can also bring in other 5 costs. You can even bring in Swain if you have to, or Taric. But Shyvana is probably the best 5-cost replacement for Sylas. Now, enough with the level 9 comps. Let's move on to the next best comp. This is going to be an easy comp to play. It's a reroll level 6 Bruiser Bard of Felios build. And I even made a video on this if you want to know how to play it. But it's super consistent. I've actually never bottom forward with this comp. This comp is very strong and easy to play. So all you have to do is buy any Bruiser you see in the early game. That's going to be probably Shen, Sion, Illaoi, and Aphelios as well, because he comes out, he's a 2-cost. Once you have these champions, save your money, just sell everything else. And right before round 2-3 or 2-4, right before the first carousel starts, you want to roll 4 times to get the Bard. Make sure you don't miss this crucial step. Bard is very important in this build to get your 3 stars really fast. Once you unlock the Bard, you're gonna again save your money and pick up any Bruisers you see, or Bard or Aphelios. And then once you go to level 6, you want to start re-rolling. All the re-rolls you saved up, all the money you saved up, you're gonna be re-rolling here, and you're gonna 3-star your Illaoi, Shen, Sion, Bard, Aphelios. High chance a lot of these champions, or most of them, will be 3-starred with also the help of Bard's ability, as he gives you free champions. And let's talk about items. So Bard, any AP items, just give it to Bard. One of my favorite combo is Crit, Jewel Gauntlet, Nashor's, and what is this? Guard Breaker. He can also go like Spirit of Shojin, Archangel Staff, but this is one of my favorite combos for him. Scion is the key tank champion in this comp. I really like Spirit Visage plus 2 items. Let's say Steadfast Heart, Gargoyles, Wormogs, even Sunfire Cape. Anything like that is really good for him. Spirit Visage gives him percentage healing. And Scion scales well anything, even augments, that give you percentage health healing, stuff like this. Because Scion's HP can get up to like 40,000. One of the best artifacts for Scion is Talisman of Ascension. If you get that, it's going to be 100,000 HP Scion unkillable. No cap, guys. Really, really strong. And then Aphelios really likes Ginsu, Giant Slayer, Krakens. The most important champions here are Scion and Bard. So 3-star those 2. And if you don't get all the 3 stars, you can move on. But there's a very high chance you'll 3-star Aphelios. It's very rare you don't 3-star him in this comp. And there you guys go. You can unlock Set. I brought in Set because once you get your 6 bruisers in, Set can be the level 9 finisher. You can unlock him and get 3 Ionia if you like, but you can bring in another 5 costs. Let's move on to the next best one. It is going to be Diana Azir. This is kind of a level 8 comp. Level 8 flex into level 9. So what you're going to have in the early game is I like to hold on to Vi and Nikos and get Piltovers, let's say. Get any early Seraphines you see. So hold on to the Vi and Nico and get any Leonas. So Leona is crucial to this build. You're going to need a 2-star Leona and you have to slam 3 items on her to unlock the Diana. So once you unlock Diana, and let's say you're at level 8, it's best to roll this comp at level 8 because you see a lot of 4 costs. You're going to find Diana, Swain, Seraphine, get your Vi and Nico once again. Any Azir you see, pick him up. And then with the Azir, you're going to want to unlock Renekton and Xerath. If you don't get Xerath, you can use Nasus as well. But it's pretty straightforward. Again, just get your Leona, give her 3 items, unlock the Diana, and get these 3 items for her. 2-star Diana at level 8. Her best items, in my opinion, and I think most people's opinion right now, it's going to be Ginsu, BT, and Titans. She's a very strong assassin, and this is one of the best comps and not too hard to abuse builds. Azir, I really like to give him like Archangel, Ginsu, Xerath, who's very powerful, crit combo. Again, like Bard, it works really well for him. Seraphine can use support AP items like Morello and Void to burn and shred. So try this build out at level 8. Moving on to the next best comp we got, it is going to be Slayers. So this is actually, there's 2 ways to play Slayers, but your main focus here is going to be Bel'Veth. What you're going to do is early game, you're going to start with the Kiana, Briar, Yasuo, get any gangplanks you see. Just pick up all the Slayers to unlock Aatrox. Now to unlock Aatrox, you need to build like a Bloodthirster and a Hodge or 2 Bloodthirsters, stack it onto the same champion so you can unlock Aatrox at level 8. So make sure you have that condition ready. But also for Bel'Veth, my core items for Bel'Veth are Krakens and QSS. And then with these 2, third item, best one for her is Giant Slayer. You can do Dark and Bow, you can do any other item. But Krakens and QSS are honestly my favorite for her. And then you play 6 Slayers and you play some Mbessa. You unlock the Mel, you get the Azir. So you get 2 Disruptors and 3 Noxus. You get some Sand Soldiers. You have the Briar as well. Fiddlesticks is for Vanquisher, so you can bring him in at level 9, let's say. But yeah, this is a really strong top 4 comp and also very straightforward, easy to play. Now, the other way to play this comp is to drop Kiana, Briar, and Gangplank, and also Yasuo. And then you're going to fill them with 4 and 5 costs that are really strong in the level 8, 9 board. So that's it. Bel'Veth is really strong, and you can keep abusing her. Now, the last comp I want to mention, and there's actually so many good possible comps in this meta too, but the last one I want to mention is this one, which was really strong in 16.1 and it's still good in 16.1b. It's the level 7 Draven, Nautilus, and Gangplank 3-star reroll comp. Your main focus is Gangplank and Draven, but this is another comp where you can start with 3 Noxus early on or 3 Bilgewater and transition into this at level 7. Now, when I see Draven, I immediately pick him up and I give him 3 items. So he can give me more gold, you can unlock Darius, and you can actually use Darius instead of like Mbessa or somebody else for 3 Noxus until you get Mbessa. You're going to have Briar for the other Noxus. Loris is also good because he's going to be Warden. He comes out a lot, and there's also maybe a high chance you'll 3-star Loris when you're rolling at level 7. But Draven's favorite item is Ginsu, Giant Slayer, Krakens. And Gangplank's favorite items is Hodge, Sterix, QSS, Nautilus. I like to give him Even Shroud, so we don't have any Last Whisper in this comp. Even Shroud is going to help us penetrate more armor quicker to kill those tanks. So there you guys go. This is level 7 reroll. Make sure you have Twisted Fate as well for the 3rd Bilgewater. And try to 3-star Gangplank Nautilus with the Draven. Or at least Gangplank and Draven if you can't do the Nautilus. And then if you go to level 8, the best one I like to put in is Kindred because she's more quick strikers and she's just a very powerful 5 cost. So yep, this comp can still be abused and it's still really good. Well, there you guys go. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about my comps that I've chosen for 16.1b. Let me know if you guys have any other best comps that you can suggest to other players. Like the video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.